And I think it'd be really great, even if everybody just shared the story.
I don't know if anyone knows about Dr. Bruce Lipton. He's a biologist, and he talks a really wild story. The more I listen to these doctors and scientists that are more cutting edge, they're starting to describe a story, a human story, is something that we can start to latch onto as who we are. And we don't really have to look further than ourselves to find that story. We don't have to look outside of ourselves to find that story. So I'm really excited about what story we can begin to write for ourselves, and also the facility that we can build so that others can write their story. How we can start to write our stories, I think, is the essence of our future.
Transformation of a caterpillar to a butterfly. He makes an analogy with society. It's like the economy is slowing down. It starts to lag so much that cells everywhere start to see that it's not working, and the system starts to fall apart. Caterpillars in the cocoon, a new community of cells start to manifest, to see the world in a different way, and he calls them imaginal cells, and they're creating a new civilization, which is going to be the butterfly. So he's the analogy with society. I can really get, if you have a look at the economy, that's it's just becoming a total joke. It's just becoming a total joke.
Yeah, look, if you linger on that point of where you were talking about the imaginarium cells.
He calls them imaginal cells. I was like, oh yeah, Bruce, you're in the Imaginarium. It's really cool.
We live in an exquisite bedlam, an insanity.
It's really interesting when we look at the world right now. It's in crisis, and that really promotes a lot of fear, which then creates a worse situation, because then we get into protection, shut ourselves down. The cells are like people. The cells are like people. And you have 50 trillion cells in you, so you have 50 trillion citizens, people inside of you. But imagine you were inside a caterpillar, and you were in there with millions and millions of other cells, and all the cells have jobs: digestion, respiration, muscle cells doing their thing. Everybody's got a job. Caterpillar's growing. Everybody every day at the end of the day go, wow, man, we were working today. This thing is building. The caterpillar's getting bigger and bigger. The economy in that caterpillar's growing. So you as cells inside, you don't see the outside world, you see the inside world of your universe of cells as workers and all that. And you're looking around saying, yeah, system is growing, economy's great, everything's wonderful. Then there's a point where the caterpillar reaches a certain size and things start to slow down. And all of a sudden when things start to slow down, there's like more cells than necessary for the jobs. Cells start getting laid off, actually what's happening. And many cells in this fear state actually commit suicide, which in biology is called apoptosis. They actually commit suicide because they look around going, this thing's falling apart. Everybody's losing their work. That seems like it's coming to an end. And while everybody's in that panic fear, there are other individual cells in there that are not panicked. These other cells, genetically identical, but have a different vision. And they're called imaginal cells. And they're called imaginal cells. And these imaginal cells, they're in the midst of all this falling apart of their civilization, are looking and say, there's something better and more beautiful in front of us. Something better and more beautiful in front of us. They're the ones that create the butterfly. So from the same population that's going down with the caterpillar, many of these imaginal cells, which are the equivalent of cultural creatives, have a new vision for the civilization, saying, wait. Have a new vision for the civilization, saying, wait, restructure this thing. We can restructure this, we can make something far better. What's happening in the world today is the end of the caterpillar. What's happening in the world today is the end of the caterpillar. And the imaginal cells are making themselves known with new ideas, new visions, and new ways out, because there is a far better way out. It's not the end at all. Most importantly, it's the young people have to recognize they're the population of imaginal cells, because it's up to them to take what was brought into the civilization and restructure it. So they can build that butterfly civilization that is far more magnificent. Right now, look at this as the moment of opportunity, because there's something so much better on the horizon. But we can only get there by eliminating the structure as it is now, because the structure as it is now is providing for our extinction.